Some time ago, I had the command of a ship in an expedition to the Arctic Circle. We sailed further north than anyone had ever gone before, and then there came a day when we could go no further because the ice was closing on us. Weeks went by, months passed, and still we couldn't move. Strange things happened to your mind in the regions of the eternal snow. The sailors began to report seeing things, impossible things, and hearing voices in the empty air. One voice like someone crying in pain, another voice that was deep and harsh, howling of revenge. I began to worry that they got mad with fear, and then I saw it for myself. I could doubt it no longer. In the distance, a sledge was moving across the ice, pulled by a team of dogs, and driving it was a creature like a man, hideous beyond belief. Always in pursuit, but never catching up, was a man on foot. We watched from the deck, the sailors and I, and then the man fell down. We laid him in my cabin and looked after him, and presently he recovered enough to tell us his story. And a strange one it was.
Clairville, you staying out with that all night?
I'll be right there, Frankenstein. So this is where you look, Frankenstein. Do you realise the other students are convinced you're a wizard?
A wizard? Why is that? Don't drop that!
Why? What's in it? It only feels like several pounds of meat.
Well, it's just that several pounds of meat.
Well, I hope it tastes good. Have we got anywhere to cook it? I mean, there's no fire. It's cold in here. Colder than outside, if anything.
No fire. I keep it cold in here on purpose. It's the only way to preserve my specimens.
You're not going to leave that open, are you? It's freezing in here. We'll freeze to death.
You'll get used to it. The only problem comes if you do delicate work with delicate hands. There. That should fix it. So what do you think?
Remarkable. Extraordinary. It's a phenomenon. What is it?
Sit down, Clairville. There's a good man. If you really want a fire, I suppose lighting one just this once won't do any harm. Don't you think there's going to be a storm tonight?
A storm? Oh, bound to be.
There's a glass on the floor beside the chair, Clairville. We've only got the one, we'll share it. Yes, we're lucky tonight and it storms, and my wire does the job it's supposed to. We're on the threshold of a new age.
You don't say.
So they call me a wizard, do they? Perhaps they're not far wide of the mark. I expect 200 years ago they'd have had me burnt to the stake.
Yeah, not a bad idea. At least we'd be warm.
Alright, alright. I like the fire. Hear that? It's way over the mountains just yet, but it's on its way. See? It's overplaying by the peaks.
Let me guess. Storm, lightning, wire, electricity, magnetism. You've found a way of making magnets.
Nothing like it. Frog's legs.
And the same to you? Or is that on the menu?
No. An Italian called Galvani. You heard of him?
I'm a philosopher, not a musician. All Italian composers sound the same to me.
Nothing to do with music. He was a scientist, a natural philosopher. He was dissecting a frog's leg one day when he noticed the nerve twitched as an electrical current passed through it.
Now I've heard about that. He thought there was some kind of animal electricity, didn't he?
More or less. There's no such thing as animal electricity. It's all one. The same force flows through your nerves as it does in the frogs, and the very same force flows through the lightning.
If you say so.
Did I ever tell you what my life's work was going to be? I was 14 years old, at home in Geneva. We lived in the mountains there. Outside our front door stood a great old oak tree. He'd been there for 300 years at least, and was still green and strong. At the height of the most terrible storm, I opened the door to look at the lightning. The tree was lit up, bright green, flash after flash, again and again. Suddenly, there was a huge flash of lightning. I closed my eyes. When I opened them again, the tree was gone, smashed to atoms in an instant. I saw then that it was this electricity that held the power of life and death. I thought I could harness it, I could study it, and make it work for mankind.
I see. And now you've done it?
Nearly, Clerval.
So you're going to collect some electricity using the wire at the top of the tower, and you're going to bring it down here. And then what?
And then, this happens.
Now, I recognize this. It's what do you call this?
This machine's a Wimthurst machine, and I expect you'll recognize this.
It's a human hand! Where did you get that from?
From the university. All prim and proper, I assure you. The man it was attached to was hanged. He had no further use for it. As a matter of fact, he strangled his wife with it only last week.
Good grief, Frankenstein. How can you joke about such things?
Yes, of course. You're right, I'm sorry. I'll still show you what this machine does if you're still interested.
Of course I'm interested. Just don't be ghoulish about it.
No, heaven forbid. Now, watch this. There! Can you see it? Can you see the finger twitching?
The index finger. It's moving.
I'm gonna increase the charge!
What happened?
The wire, it burnt through.
Frankenstein, I'm astounded. This is the greatest discovery of the age. Beyond anything I've ever heard of. The world should be hearing of your genius.
That was only the first crude attempt. Could have shown that 4 years ago.
You should be honored.
I lied to you about about getting the hand from the university. As a matter of fact, I dug it up.
You what?
I begged the university for specimens. They said I've had all the best that they had for years. They won't give me anything now. I have to use the money I use for food. I've not eaten for weeks. I used that money to buy specimens, to buy all these acids and all these things to make this.
You dig them up? God, Frankenstein, how many corpses out there are left without hands?
Not just hands.
What do you mean, not just hands? What else? What have you got in there?
Nothing. That's just...
Herr Frankenstein, are you there?
This my landlady. Yes, Frau Lieberman?
A constable to see you. What's going on here, Frankenstein?
Don't touch a thing. I mean it. I'll be back in a second.
Good grief. Frankenstein, are you mad? There's gonna be a storm. I can feel it. Storm, electricity, the hand. Frankenstein, what are you doing? Hello?
Victor, may I come up?
It's not Victor, but please, do come in.
I beg your pardon, sir. The landlady said I'd find Herr Frankenstein's room up here.
Yes, that's right. I'm a friend of his, Henry de Clavel.
The landlady wasn't very friendly. I'm his cousin, monsieur. I've come a long way.
Mademoiselle, please sit down. I'm sure your cousin won't be long.
Thank you, monsieur. I've come a long way today. He wasn't expecting me, but there was no time to let him know I was coming.
Is there any trouble, Mademoiselle?
His father's very ill. His mother's dead. There's only me, his father, and his little brother.
He never mentions his family. I thought he was alone in the world.
When his father fell ill, I wrote to Victor and told him, but he never replied.
He's wrapped up in his research, I'm afraid. A brilliant man, but, well, you know him. Was he always like that as a child?
Yes, I suppose he was. Is he in any trouble?
Trouble? Why?
Something's not right. I know it. I have such dreams. I see Victor in them. I see something pursuing him. Or is he pursuing it? Where is Victor now?
He's seeing a visitor. He won't be long. You're cold. Let me shut the window. I don't think you should stay here. There's a hotel across the street. Do you want me to take your luggage?
That's kind of you, monsieur. My valise is in the hall.
Take that across the road for you.
No, don't touch it!
Victor! What is it? What's the matter?
Elizabeth, you mustn't stay here. Not now. But where's Clairvaux?
He went to take my valise into the inn across the square. But Victor, what is it? Are you in trouble?
I'm in the middle of a crucial experiment. You haven't touched anything, have you?
No, not a thing. But Victor, what's the matter? I've come all this way from home. I'm cold and I'm tired. I haven't seen you for 6 months. And you haven't even asked me why I'm here.
Why are you here? Is there something wrong?
It's your father, Victor. He's very ill.
Why haven't you told me?
I wrote to you a month ago when it first came on. And then again a fortnight later. And again last week. But what's wrong, Victor? Why haven't you answered my letters? If you want to see your father alive, then you better come home tomorrow.
But I'm in the middle of a crucial experiment. I can't. Not now. Don't you understand?
Understand? How can I understand? How can I understand someone who cares nothing for his father, who shuts him up in a dirty, dusty, smelly, freezing cold room like this and says this is more important to him than his family? No! Don't try to hold me back, Victor. If this is what really matters to you, then so be it. I've done my duty, now I'm going to lie down and have something to eat, and I will return home in the morning whether or not you come with me.
Must it finish tonight? So close, so clear, nearly ready. It must be tonight! It must be!
Frankenstein, I must talk to you!
No, go away, man!
Frankenstein, let me in!
No, you must leave me!
Frankenstein!
You don't know how dangerous this can be! No, don't touch it!
Frankenstein, what have you created?
I told you not to come in!
This is pure evil, Frankenstein!
My creature, let me see you! Let me look at you! It was alive. Alive!
Don't stop, Frankenstein. Tell me more. What did you see?
You know what I thought you'd be? I thought you'd be an angel. But in fact, you appeared to be a demon. I'd worked for nearly 2 years on the sole purpose of infusing life into an inanimate body. I imagined an innocent child being woken up to the wonders of the earth. But now, the beauty of this dream vanished. Oh no! What have I done? What have I created? My creation had life, and yet I was lifeless. I fell into a nervous fear, during which time Henry's my only nurse. The face of my monster was before my eyes, and I raved incessantly, which worried him greatly. I slowly recovered, with frequent relapses that alarmed and grieved my friend until my gloom disappeared, and in a short time, I became as cheerful as I had been before that terrible night. Then I received news that my brother William was missing.
Any news on William?
No, one of the villagers saw him playing by the lake, but he's been there plenty of times, so he should be perfectly safe.
You're right. He's bound to turn up sooner or later.
I think the letter's from Elizabeth. What does it say?
My dearest Victor, what can have happened to our dear William? I am out of my mind with worry. I am plagued with terrible dreams. There is such a monstrous figure. He appears with such a sense of doom and horror that I wake up crying with fear. I shall not sleep until we find him. We must delay our wedding until we hear better news.
Frankenstein, down there in the square. It's the priest. He's carrying something. I think it's William.
Frankenstein!
You did this! You murder!
I'm exactly what you made me, Frankenstein.
Frankenstein! Frankenstein! They found him! They found him at the shore! He's been strangled!
No!
Frankenstein?
Leave us, Clairvaux. I must speak to my guest. I'll be down as soon as I can, I assure you.
Listen to me now. The time for regrets has passed.
Monster, I didn't create you to be evil. Why have you betrayed me?
I? Betray you? Frankenstein, if I could laugh, I would shake this house with scorn. You are a betrayer. You may try and never be happy.
No, I swear it wasn't like that. I made you, yes.
But as soon as you saw what you had created, you turned away in horror. You left me to find my own way through the world. Has any man in the history of our planet been more cruel than you have been to me, Frankenstein?
You killed William.
Do you think I'll be on my knees praying to your God for forgiveness?
My God.
Your God has nothing to do with this. You made me, you are my God, and you owe me happiness.
You killed my brother. I owe you nothing.
I put my hand over his mouth to silence him because I was afraid. Your name resounded through my head, the creator of my misery. Yes, I killed your brother, and I laughed. Now you must do something for me.
Never! I will destroy you.
Not yet, Frankenstein. But did you create me to be evil?
No!
Did you intend for me to be hated by all mankind? Did you, Frankenstein?
No, never.
Then finish what you started, Frankenstein. Give me a mate, a friend, someone like me, and we will leave your pathetic life alone.
No, I won't do it.
You must!
Demon, vile thing, destroyer.
Destroyer I shall be. I will destroy you, my creator. You will follow me, Frankenstein. Wherever I go, you will come, intent on destroying me. But you won't. I'll lead you to the ends of the earth. I'll make you follow me to the coldest, widest, emptiest places in the world, and I'll laugh as you crawl through the barren mountains, the deserts, the ice fields. Your suffering has only just begun.
What have I done? What have I done?
Frankenstein, there's more news of your brother. They're following the murderer with dogs. They'll find him, never fear.
It's too late. He's gone.
But there are things to be done. You must come down.
Yes, you're right. Clairvaux, is there a curse on my family?
A curse? No, only bitter misfortune.
Within 2 months of misfortune returned to me again. Clairvaux, that most loyal friend and confidant, was found dead, killed at the hands of a monster as a punishment for my refusal to carry out his request.
Why did you not make a companion for your creature? Surely it has saved you the heartbreak.
There was a moment where I could have relented and pledged to carry out his request. But what then? What if the first result of these two creatures was a race of demon children who might threaten the extinction of man? Had I the right, for my own benefit, to inflict the curse upon everlasting generations in the attempt to buy my own peace?
So the creature took his revenge on Gravel?
I entered the room where the corpse lay, and was led up to the coffin. How can I describe my feelings on beholding it? When I saw this lifeless form of Henry Clerval, I exclaimed, "Have my murderous plans deprived you, also, my dearest Henry, of life? So 2 innocent souls have been destroyed, but another victim awaits destiny."
Is the creature not happy now? Surely there can't be more.
Dear Walton, you look surprised. Yes, there was more. I returned home to Geneva within a few months of Clerval's death. There I found Elizabeth waiting for me to honour my pledge of marriage. I honestly believed that the creature would come for me at the hour of my wedding, and that the consequences of the meeting would be my death, his final revenge against any hopes that I had for my happiness.
And did the creature appear?
He did not come for me. I spent the evening of our wedding walking the passages of the house with a gun and dagger at hand, and was beginning to believe that some fortune had stopped the monster from fulfilling revenge, when I heard Elizabeth scream. I rushed to find her lifeless body bearing a mark of the creature's hands around her neck. I cursed the creature then. "However long it takes, I'll follow you to the ends of the earth, and I shall find you. I shall tear you apart."
I have such dreams. I see Victor in them. I see something pursuing him. Or is he pursuing it?
I'll lead you to the ends of the earth. I'll make you follow me to the coldest, widest, emptiest places in the world.
So that was the story Frankenstein told me. When he came to the end, he fell back exhausted, near to death. I left him in the care of my men. I went out on deck. But I hadn't been there for long when there was a cry from below.
Frankenstein!
I ran down to the cabin and saw the monster crouching on the window ledge, for Frankenstein himself lay dead below him. The effort of telling his story had been too much. The creature looked at me and said, "It's ended." I said, "And what will you do now?" He looked out at the waste of snow and ice and said, "I shall go north until I can go no further. And then I set fire to my sledge and lie down in the flames until my bones have turned to ash." They tell me that human beings have something called a soul that lives on after their bodies die. I hope I have no soul. All I want now is oblivion. Then he turned and leapt down onto the ice and drove his sledge away at a furious pace. A minute later he had vanished in the sunlight and the silence.